You know, honestly, I didn't know this existed. What happened was I was working on a little book called The Serious Exhortation to Holiness, but Robert Purnell was a name I didn't know, to be honest. But this book was a treasure, and I needed to write a little foreword or introduction to the book, so I researched them, and that's when I discovered something I didn't know even existed. Really, the first Reformed Baptist systematic theology ever produced in 1657. It was like astonishing. Is there really a systematic theology for Reformed Baptists? And the more I read it, I was like, this thing is amazing. And often when you think of systematic theology, you think of dictionaries and just robust definitions and kind of boring literature. But that's not what this book is. It's systematically arranged devotional literature to help us love the Lord Jesus Christ, love His church, and worship Him in a way that brings joy and happiness in our life. But the fact is, it's so exhaustive. He deals with everything from the doctrine of God to the Trinity, to doctrine of salvation, the doctrine of Christ, covenant theology. The topics of life and death that he puts at the end is worth the cost of the book in of itself. And he deals with such things as singing and preaching. And so not only does it have the value of being one of the first full-length systematic theology within the Reformed Baptist tradition, which is worth its weight in gold for that, it's the fact that it's so accessible and devotional. And the more I read it, the more I loved it. And so I said, I have to publish this. And I spent 6 months of my life working through it, editing it, bringing the language something that would be more accessible. What was cool about it, though, the author is such a good writer that, he was so clear in his writing. It didn't take a lot. This book is something I think pastors need because of the historical value. I think the layman can take this book and read it devotionally and learn from it. It has all these dimensions to it that very few books have. And so I honestly can say, and I know this sounds like I'm just trying to sell a book, I can honestly say that Free Grace Press has been around for 15 years, and we've put out some good books, important books. But this is, to date, the most important work that we have done. And this is the book that I've been most excited about in 15 years. It's not any of the books I've written, it's this book here. And that's how much I love it, because of the historical value and the fact that it's still relevant and helpful today as it ever was.